Let's look at my GoPro boat float, how I use it, how it works. This is it, right here. The way it operates is you carry it around, drop it in the water, and it records you. That's all there is to it. Now the reason why I came up with this design is I've gone through probably 15 years of making these things. My first option was you have a pole planted in the water with your camera sitting on this. This is a very common system. And the problem with this is that sometimes the water's too deep and you can't use it. And other times, if there's a big wave, it'll knock it over. That was my first iteration. My second iteration is I had a float and the camera on it. And like everyone who thinks of these systems, I had a tether and an anchor. And this had a problem where once it reached the end of the anchor, it would yank really quickly to one side and ruin the shot. And I didn't know how to fix it. One day, friend Jeff, he's hydrofoiling along, runs into this, entangles it, cuts it free. My GoPro boat float is just drifting on the water. And what I didn't realize, and what happened is, the direction you have is always exactly the same because the sea anchor sits in the water and it makes a perfectly stable platform. You can use this in shallow water, you can use it in deep water, you can use it if the waves are quadruple overhead, you can have 20-foot waves. This will bob, come back up. So it looks incredibly simple. But this particular device allows you to film yourself quite well on the water, and I would recommend using this design over a pole, a tether float. Just make a float with a sea anchor. Now, my friend Maker Mark and me got together, designed a prototype that we could sell, but the problem is there was never any interest in it. So if you're interested in buying one of these, we can restart the project, contact Maker Mark, and then maybe we can start building them again. But for now, what I suggest is build something yourself. This has a float. It has a small support sticking out of the base, and it has a foamied iron sea anchor down here, and this will always point the same direction and give you a wonderful shot in any conditions. So if you're making recordings of yourself with a GoPro, I highly recommend building yourself a GoPro boat float. You'll love it.